This is 93.1 Jack FM KWJK, playing what we want. The current time is 8:01 p.m. and you are just in time for the evening news, given to you by our news reporter Jeffrey. Jeffrey, the mic is yours.
Thank you, Harold. Our first news topic is on a stabbing incident in Rolling Hills Park just outside of Boonville, where a 71-year-old woman got stabbed in the arm, leaving her with injuries inside of the Boone Hospital Center in Columbia. The suspect, a 32-year-old man, has been captured by Columbia police not long after, and has been taken into custody at this time. Our next news topic is on an accident on Interstate 70 going westbound. A car has lost its brakes and slammed into the barrier on the right side. The driver had minor injuries, but the car was heavily damaged. This was the 8 p.m. evening news for now. Harold, the mic is yours.
Thank you, Jeffrey. There seems to be a rain band slowly rolling over the town of Boonville. The National Weather Service indicates that this rain band is moving east at 15 miles per hour.
Good morning, am I speaking to the parents of Jamie Harrison?
Yes, you are, man. What seems to be the problem?
Well, your child hasn't arrived on school grounds yet, and his teacher does not recall his name this morning.
That's weird. He left the house almost 45 minutes ago, and he only walks 10 minutes to the school.
You do know that he gets a chance of detention or possibly suspension, do you?
Yes, I am aware of that. I will call his phone right away.
All right, I hope we will see him soon. Have a nice day, sir.
Same to you, man. Bye. All right, now I have to call my son. What the? This is weird. Normally he would always pick up his phone. I just hope he is okay and will arrive at school.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Columbia Police Department. Over the past 2 hours, numerous parents reported their children not arriving at school. After some of the parents called for their children, they did not pick up their phones. It is unknown what caused this event, but local authorities are getting into the matter. Due to this situation, residents are advised to keep an eye on their children and to, if possible, pick them up from school to guarantee their safety. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information on this developing situation.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Columbia Police Department and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. This is a follow-up message to the local area emergency issued yesterday. More reports of children not arriving at their schools have been received from Columbia and surrounding areas. The Columbia Police Department is doing everything they can to find the missing children. The children that disappeared yesterday have not been reported back home as well. Due to this developing and dangerous situation, all residents within Columbia and surrounding areas are advised to stay indoors if possible. Local police departments will patrol more frequently around schools until further notice. Schools have now been advised by police to keep a close eye on the arriving and leaving children in order to secure their safety. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information as it becomes available.
So, you claim to see what happened to some of the children?
Yes, that is right, sir.
Alright, could you give me an explanation of what you have seen?
The children, which I saw, got dragged away by something invisible. I don't know whatever it was.
Something invisible? That sounds weird. Not that I'm not believing you, but it sounds weird to me.
Yeah, I know, but that is all that I saw.
Did you see in which direction the children got dragged to?
All that I saw was them being dragged away screaming for help in the process.
Alright, now we are getting somewhere. Thank you for your time. If you know something more, just call us, or come by again.
I will do. Thank you for your time. Bye.
Have a good day, ma'am.
Hot Talk in mid-Missouri, you are listening to the Eagle 93.9 KSSZ. With now coverage on the missing children situation unfolding in Columbia and surrounding areas. What we know as of now is that an estimated around 60 children have gone missing. Wow, 60 children missing in 2 days. That is not good at all. I pray that they return home safe and unhurt. The Columbia Police Department is standing in front of a mystery, but they are doing everything they can to make sure the children will be found and will reunite with their parents safely.
We interrupt your current broadcast for a very important message. This message is in effect for Columbia and surrounding areas. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Columbia Police Department. Due to the ongoing mass child disappearance situation within Columbia and surrounding areas, the Columbia Police Department, in conjunction with the Kansas State Police, have decided to put the following areas under a curfew: Columbia, Crothersville, and Pierpont. Residents in these areas are not allowed to venture outdoors from 7 p.m. until 7 a.m. the following morning. If you do venture outdoors without a valid reason, you will be arrested and taken into custody. This is being done as a precautionary measure to prevent more children from being taken away. The Columbia Police Department also came to the following conclusion. The children in question range from 10 to 15 years old, and are only situated in the just mentioned areas. It still remains unknown what the cause of this situation is, and the Columbia Police is now looking for a solution as this message is being sent out. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information as it becomes available. You are listening to the Emergency Alert System.
You are listening to KSSZ in Columbia, Missouri. We have got an update that we want to share with you about the children's situation. A mother in Columbia that tried to call her child has not only gotten the voicemail, but also got a different voicemail tune to be played as well. She has made a recording and sent it to us via email. This is what she heard. That really does sound catchy and all, but that doesn't lead us anywhere. The Columbia Police Department is now slowly coming to a dead end, since everywhere they seeked, there would be nobody or nothing that may have caused all of this. Now they're getting help from the Missouri National Guard, so that may help them. We'll now continue our normal broadcasting until more information becomes available. You are listening to the Eagle 93.9 KSSZ, serving the Columbia area.
Stephen, I may have found more info on what you were looking for.
What would there be, Jamie?
Alright, so, the tune we just heard said Doki Doki, right?
Yeah, but what do you want to tell with that?
I have searched for it on Google, and the first thing I found was a video game of the same name called Doki Doki Literature Club.
Doki Doki Literature Club?
Yes, that's where the music is from most likely.
What the hell? What the hell does a video game have to do with this situation?
I'm not sure, but it may come in handy. I'm gonna tell the authorities about this discovery.
Sure, I guess. Alright, this is the weirdest link that I have ever witnessed. What in the world does a video game have to do with over 60 child disappearances? Are they kidding me? This cannot be. No, this is just obstructing the entire operation. What in the world was that sound? Jamie, the station is suddenly glitching out.
What in the world is going on here?
I don't know, but we never had this before.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Columbia Police Department. Numerous radio stations in and around the city of Columbia have been shut down by an unknown frequency coming over their wires, causing all of these radio stations to glitch out and, apparently, as of yet, not being able to restart. The glitch was described as a giggle followed by all systems shutting down, and a text to follow up on the screen saying, "Just Monica." It is unknown at this time if this is a mass station hijacking, a form of hacking, or a total blackout, but power crews are currently trying to fix the systems at this time. All residents are advised to tune to an alternative radio station just outside of the Columbia City area, as those aren't affected by the glitching at this time. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information on this developing situation.
You are listening to KWJK, and you're just in time to discuss with us about an emergency alert, because some alert people have noticed a bad mistake in a message issued yesterday. Some people are now currently calling our radio tower, so we'll answer them. The first caller is from Rocheport. Rocheport, you're on the air.
Thank you. I was alert enough to hear a mistake in the emergency alert you were just talking about, or, more specifically, the law enforcement warning. The alert described that the Columbia Police would work together with the Kansas State Police for the curfew. However, I'm pretty sure Columbia is in Missouri, not in Kansas. The Kansas State Police told that it was a miscommunication, but I don't think so, as Columbia is almost 200 kilometers away from Kansas City. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Rocheport. The caller does point out some pretty good details. Indeed, Columbia is 199 kilometers away from Kansas City, so, how can there be a mistake between two states and their police forces in that alert? Also, I don't think this was a miscommunication either, but more the job of a prankster to cause panic and confusion all across Kansas with notifying them of a situation that isn't even occurring there. There must be someone behind this. It seems like we are having an emergency alert coming over the wire. From the contents, I can already see that this is because of the law enforcement warning issued earlier. Please stand by as we will now activate the emergency alert system for an administrative message.
An administrative message from the Kansas State Police in conjunction with the Missouri State Police. The law enforcement warning that was issued yesterday, which included the Kansas State Police as EAS participant, was, in fact, hacked by an unknown individual, referring itself as just Monica. It still remains unknown if Monica is another girl with supernatural powers, a robot, or a humanoid creature, but the FBI has been called in to investigate the matter. No action from the public is required at this time.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Columbia Police Department and the Boone County Sheriff's Office. Mass panic and civil unrest is now occurring in downtown Columbia and the surrounding vicinity. This is confirmed to be caused by the Just Monica event, which is currently unfolding in the area. Due to the civil unrest in downtown Columbia, all citizens are ordered to shelter in place and to avoid traveling. If you have a medical emergency that requires you to travel, dial 911 for assistance by city personnel. Otherwise, remain at home and do not travel. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information as it becomes available.
You are listening to KFAL the Big 900. We are currently receiving an email of a listener from St. Louis which wants to notify us of a certain event that took place earlier. St. Louis, you're on the air.
Thank you. I was going to bed last night at around 12:30 p.m. when I suddenly saw a green glow appearing from the southeast. This glow was going towards the St. Louis downtown airport. I didn't know what I saw, so I ran to my car and drove to the location. There, the glow was now in the streets of Cahokia, Illinois, when I saw a female looking at me before disappearing like she was never there. I have gotten a picture of a friend of mine who lives in that area, and I'll send it to you via email. This was my report. Maybe the authorities can bring something up. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your report, St. Louis. A picture has just come in from this caller, and you can see a girl with a green glowing left eye looking directly toward the camera. The civil authorities also received this image, and will investigate it. A similar report of this glow came in from Jefferson City earlier this week, but it wasn't as clear as this situation right here. We will come back with you on this situation when we get more information from the civil authorities. And it seems we now have an emergency alert coming over the wire. Please stand by as we activate the emergency alert system.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Governor's Office of the State of Illinois, and the St. Louis Police Department in conjunction with the Cahokia Police. Numerous confirmed reports from residents in Cahokia, Illinois stated that an unknown individual is roaming around the state of Illinois and possibly the eastern part of Missouri. This individual possesses the following characteristics. She is a white female, around 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighing around 135 pounds, has long dark pink hair and green eyes. She was last seen with her left eye glowing, wearing a gray uniform, a blue skirt and long brown boots. It is unknown at this time if this individual is a threat to society, but residents are advised to report any sightings of this individual to their local authorities. If you see this individual posing a threat to society, either by attacking a civilian or possessing possible supernatural abilities, dial 911 immediately. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates on this developing situation. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the St. Louis area.
This is an important message for the state of Illinois and parts of the state of Missouri. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the St. Clair County Police Department in conjunction with the St. Louis Police Department and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. This message is being sent out due to a report of a child abduction occurring within the town of Cahokia, Illinois. The child's name is Louisa Patterson, a 5-year-old white female, around 45.5 inches tall with long brown hair and blue eyes. She was last seen wearing a brown jacket with a pink shirt underneath, blue trousers and white and red sneakers. The suspect is confirmed to be the same girl as which was reported 2 nights ago. She is a white female, around 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighing around 135 pounds, has long dark pink hair and green eyes. She was last seen wearing a gray uniform, a blue skirt and long brown boots. The girl which was responsible also left a note laying on the streets of Cahokia. The note read, "I'm surprised on how long it took the human race to figure out what is causing the events in Missouri. Kind regards, Just Monica." The FBI has stated that the girl responsible for this abduction could be the same individual in which caused the events in Columbia, Missouri earlier this week. An investigation is currently underway to confirm this theory. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information when it becomes available. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the DuPont area.
You are listening to KXFN M1380 The Answer, serving the greater St. Louis area. We are now covering a hot news topic regarding a child abduction taking place in the town of Cahokia, Illinois. However, that wasn't of most concern. A note with a mysterious text was seen laying on the ground on the scene saying, "I'm surprised on how long it took the human race to figure out what was causing the events in Missouri. Kind regards, Just Monica." Now that is the weirdest thing of all of this, because Monica was also causing numerous station blackouts in and around the city of Columbia earlier this week. The St. Louis Police Department and the FBI are currently researching if this girl is actually the Monica we are searching for. Wait, wasn't that giggle that was described earlier? That caused all of these stations to black out. I guess so. I hope we can stay longer on the air before we...
Tornado emergency for the St. Louis Metro. This is a mass casualty situation. The National Weather Service in St. Louis has issued a tornado warning for St. Louis City County in eastern Missouri, St. Louis County in eastern Missouri, and St. Charles County in eastern Missouri, until 12:45 a.m. At 9:35 a.m. Central Standard Time, a confirmed large, violent, and dangerous tornado was located near the Gateway Geyser, or near the Illinois-Missouri border at the Mississippi, moving west-northwest at 25 miles per hour. Tornado emergency for St. Louis. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Hazard, deadly tornado. Source, emergency management confirmed tornado. At 9:35 a.m., emergency management in St. Louis City County reported a large-wedge tornado around 3 miles in diameter was seen crossing the Mississippi into the eastern part of St. Louis. Doppler radar has confirmed wind speeds of up to 400 miles per hour with this tornado. This tornado was confirmed to be spawned by Martha just a minute ago. Impact. You are in a life-threatening situation. Flying debris will be deadly to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be completely obliterated. Many well-built homes and businesses will be completely swept from their foundations. Trees will be uprooted and snapped. Debris will block most roadways. Mass devastation is highly likely, making the area unrecognizable to survivors. Locations impacted by this tornado include, but are not limited to, downtown St. Louis, Central West End, Clayton, Forest Park, Ladue, Olivet, Creve Coeur, Chesterfield, and Walden Spring. If you are in the path of this tornado, get into an underground shelter immediately, as buildings above ground will not guarantee protection from this tornado. Take cover now. This is an emergency situation.
The civil authorities have issued a civil emergency message for all of Arkansas, all of Illinois, all of Iowa, all of Kansas, all of Kentucky, all of Nebraska, all of Oklahoma, and all of Tennessee, beginning at 10:03 a.m. and ending at 3:03 p.m. This message applies to the situation currently unfolding in the state of Missouri and a small part of Illinois.
Well over 60 children have disappeared from their homes last week, and the Missouri State Police is currently calling in search teams to search for the children. If you want to volunteer as search team member, apply yourself to your local authorities. All residents are advised to stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates as they become available.
You are listening to WNWS 101.5 FM. We are now covering on the search teams that are currently searching for the children that got abducted from Missouri earlier this week. Enthusiast people that wanted to help and recover these kids have gone to their local police departments, and they would get applied as search team member.
Samantha, I have just got a report that all the search team members around Jackson have been killed.
What did you just say? Some of them got killed?
Yes.
This can't be.
I swear it. I'm not joking around.
Okay, this is terrible news. Oh, now I see you weren't joking at all, as there is now an emergency alert coming over the wire. Please stand by as we activate the emergency alert system.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Tennessee State Police. At approximately 10:38 a.m. Central Standard Time, one of the search teams near Jackson, which was searching for the missing children, have been found dead near Hicks Creek by means of hanging around either the neck or rib. No suspect has been identified at this time. All residents within a 20-mile radius of Hicks Creek are advised to stay away from the Hicks Creek area. U.S. Route 70 has now been closed between the U.S. 70 Westover Road intersection and the U.S. 70 Tennessee Route 223 intersection until further notice. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information as it becomes available. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Jackson area.
This is terrible news coming over the wire here. If you're just tuning in, one of the search teams near Jackson, which were looking for over 60 children who disappeared from their homes in Missouri since last week, has died due to hanging around the neck or rib. This cannot be mass suicide, so there may very well be a serial killer on the loose in the area. A local ranger reported there was nothing left behind. No note, no carvings, no way on how the suspect worked. So, this means we cannot be sure if Medica has anything to do with this, but it may very well be. We would just have to wait until the research is done over there. We will come back with you on this with more information as it becomes available. You are listening to WNWS, and we are currently receiving numerous reports of a scary event unfolding near Hicks Creek on the exact same location as where the search team members have died almost an hour ago. While authorities left the area, numerous people reported hearing a chilling piece of, what they describe, music, being played in that area. No reports from Jackson have been made at this time, but that may very well be. Police are now currently returning to this same area to investigate what the hell is going on over there, as I am waiting for more answers on your questions. Alright, police has just arrived and the music stopped the moment the authorities arrived. Maybe the reporters were hallucinating because of the events unfolding earlier. Or is there in fact a music piece playing but it stopped at the moment authorities arrived? We'll have to wait for answers from police.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Tennessee State Police at approximately 11:43 a.m. Central Standard Time. One of the search teams near Memphis, which was searching for the missing children, has been found dead near Bud Hill by means of hanging around either the neck or rib. It is unknown at this time if this event is linking with a similar event that occurred near Jackson earlier today. The Memphis Police Department, in conjunction with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, will be researching the area for any possible explanations or links to the Jackson event. All residents hearing this message are advised to stay away from the Bud Hill Park area. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information as it becomes available. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Jackson area.
This is the Memphis Police Department. How can I help you?
Hello, you are speaking to Michael Wilson.
Good afternoon. What is your emergency?
I don't really have an emergency, but I want to report some information on the scary tune heard all across Memphis.
What information do you have for us?
Well, sir, I have recorded this sound via a microphone attached to my computer, and I came to the conclusion that this sound is, in fact, a soundtrack from a video game.
A soundtrack from a video game? Is that what you're telling me?
You are right, sir. It sounds weird, but that is what my PC says.
What soundtrack are we talking about?
The soundtrack in question is called Sayonara and is played in Doki Doki Literature Club.
I'm sure I have heard that name before. Do you have any more information?
That is all I have right now, sir.
Thank you for your time. I will give this information to the state police.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Arkansas State Police. At 12:56 a.m. Central Standard Time, Arkansas State Troopers have found the search team for the Forest City area dead by means of hanging around either the neck or rib. This is not confirmed to be linked with two similar events around Jackson, Tennessee and around Memphis, Tennessee earlier today, but local authorities are getting into the matter. However, there have been numerous reports of a girl disappearing after the team was seen hanging. By the characteristics, it has been confirmed that this operation is not being processed by Monica. The description of this individual goes as follows. She is a white female, estimated to be around 14 years of age, 5 feet 2 inches tall, has pink hair with a large red bow on the left side of her head, and blue eyes. She was last seen wearing a pink shirt, blue shorts, and brown shoes. If you see this individual, dial 911 immediately with the location you have last seen her. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information as it becomes available. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Forest City area.
Hello, who am I speaking with?
Good afternoon, you are speaking to the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
What brings you here on this moment of the day?
We are calling you because we need some answers on some of our questions.
Okay, I'll answer all you have.
To confirm, are you the man who made this Doki Doki Literature Club game?
Yes, that's me.
Alright, so there is an emergency situation going on across parts of the central United States. Over 60 children have disappeared across mid-Missouri and 3 search teams for said children have been killed, from which 2 in western Tennessee and 1 in southeastern Arkansas.
What does that have to do with my game, sir?
Well, the suspect of the child disappearances is a character from your video game.
From my video game? Sir, I have not made any characters from my games into reality.
Do you recall the name, Monica, by any means?
Yes, that's the main character from said game.
She is responsible for this.
Are there any more characters I should point you about?
Well, the 3 teams I just described are caused by a girl as well.
Do you have any characteristics for me?
She is a white female, speculated to be around 14 years of age, 5 feet 2 inches tall, has pink hair with a large red bow on the left side of her head and blue eyes.
Wait a second, you said pink hair and a red bow?
Yes.
These said characteristics, they also come with one of the characters from my game. Were they killed by means of hanging?
Yes, sir.
All right, I have all you need.
All right.
The girl you're talking about. Her name is Sayori.
How do you spell that name?
Sayori.
Thank you. That was all that we needed.
Glad I could help you. I hope whoever is behind this gets caught.
We are trying our best. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.
Likewise.
Civil danger for all of Queens. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the New York Police Department. At 2:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There have been confirmed reports of 2 individuals going on a killing spree in Queens County. Around 50 fatalities have been confirmed as of yet, with more expected. One of the individuals has been identified as Monica. Monica is a 18-year-old white female, 5 feet 3 inches tall, has long brown hair and green eyes. She was last seen wearing a gray uniform, a blue skirt and long brown boots. The second individual is a white female, speculated to be around 14 years of age, 5 feet 2 inches tall, has pink hair with a red bow on the left side of her head and blue eyes. She was last seen wearing a pink shirt, blue shorts, and brown shoes. Both of these individuals are confirmed to be armed and extremely dangerous. All residents of Queens are advised to get indoors immediately. If you see these individuals, dial 911 immediately. If you encounter these individuals, run away as fast as you can and get indoors. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates as they become available. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the New York City area. This is an emergency situation.
The civil authority has issued a civil emergency message for the following counties/areas: Westchester, New York, at 2:36 p.m. 9/22/2020 until 6:36 p.m. 9/22/2020. Message from the New York Police. 2 individuals are currently trying to infiltrate the Indian Point nuclear generating station, one of which has been confirmed to be Monica, an 18-year-old white female, 5 feet 3 inches tall with long brown hair and green eyes. She was last seen wearing a gray uniform, a blue skirt and long brown boots. The other individual is a white female speculated to be around 14 years of age, 5 feet 2 inches tall with short pink hair with a large red bow on the left side of her head and blue eyes. She was last seen wearing a pink shirt, blue shorts and brown shoes. These girls are believed to be counterparts from the video game Doki Doki Literature Club, but this claim has not been confirmed at this time. Everyone currently located in the 5-mile emergency planning zone are asked to stay tuned to local news outlets for more information as this situation develops. The civil authority has issued a civil emergency message for the following counties/areas: Orange, New York, Putnam, New York, and Westchester, New York, at 2:53 p.m. 9/22/2020 until 6:53 p.m. 9/22/2020. Message from the New York State Police. This is a follow-up message to the civil emergency message issued at 2:36 p.m. for the situation involving the Indian Point Energy Center in Buchanan. 2 armed individuals are inside of the plant and are demanding everyone to leave the building. There have been no fatalities at this time, but it is unpredictable whether they may shoot or not. These 2 individuals have been reported to possess characteristics from the 2017 video game Doki Doki Literature Club, one of which has been confirmed to be Monica. Monica is an 18-year-old white female, 5 feet 3 inches tall, has dark brown hair with white bow in the tail of her hair and green eyes. She was last seen with her left eye glowing, wearing a gray uniform, a blue skirt and long brown boots. The other individual, which identification hasn't been confirmed, has been reported to be named Theory. She is a white female estimated to be around 14 years of age, 5 feet 2 inches tall, has short pink hair with a large red bow on the left side of her head and blue eyes. She was last seen wearing a pink shirt, blue shorts and brown shoes. New York State troopers are on their way to assist in this situation. Residents hearing this message are advised to stay away from the Buchanan area until an all clear is given by the proper authorities.
Alright, it looks like everyone is gone. Now the only thing I have to do is get the plan to work and everything will be fine. There we go, that should be going as normal soon. Oh, the police. I think they might be here to check if those two are still around.
This is the New York State Police. Open the doors right now.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello. Has everyone else left the building?
Sir, everyone else has left the building and are on their way home as what I'm believing.
All right, if we may, we want to overhear you on the situations that happened, if that is all right with you.
That is no problem, sir.
All right, get your car and drive after us if you insist.
Sir, what are those objects on the side of the reactor?
It doesn't look like a group of leaves or anything like that. Oh my goodness, that looks like some sort of bomb to me.
Did you say bomb?
Yes. Sir, if you insist, get the alarms to work right now.
All right, will do. That worked.
Let's go, now, before this place blows to pieces.
May I have your attention, please? A fire emergency has been reported.
You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, station KWO35 broadcasting on a frequency of 162.55 MHz. Broadcasting originates from the National Weather Service Weather Forecast Office in New York City. And now for the current forecast. Today, mostly sunny, highs in the upper 70s, northwest winds of 10 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 20%. Tonight, mostly clear, lows in the lower 50s. Northeast winds of 5 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 10%. Wednesday, a chance of showers. Highs in the lower 70s. East winds of 25 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 70%. And now for the extended forecast.
This is an emergency action notification, requested by the White House. All EAS participants will follow activation procedures in the EAS Operating Handbook for a national-level emergency. The President of the United States or one of his representatives will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by.
We interrupt your programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow.
This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air to provide news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WNYL, and we continue to serve the New York City area. If you are not in this local area, please tune to a station providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the New York City area. Do not use your telephone. The telephone lines are kept open for emergency use. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the United States government, in conjunction with the United States Department of Defense. This is not a test, I say again, this is not a test. An attack is currently occurring against the mainland United States. It has been confirmed that a chain of events that happened earlier this week is part of a mass attack against this country. The event, now described as the Just Monica event, or the Doki event, has caused over at least 300 fatalities in New York City, around 40 fatalities in Tennessee, and 60 more children from the state of Missouri to still be kept missing. Two very dangerous individuals, now confirmed to be Monica and Sayori from the Doki Doki Literature Club game, are responsible for this national crisis. At 3:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it has been confirmed that the Indian Point Energy Center in Buchanan, New York has exploded after a bomb was detonated on the side of reactor number 2, which caused reactor number 3 to explode simultaneously. Radioactive particles are now spreading into the atmosphere. It is unknown at this time what the whereabouts of Monica and Sayori are at this time, but the FBI and the Department of Defense will actively try to track down these individuals and to, if needed, eliminate them. All residents within a 500-mile radius of the Indian Point Energy Center are advised to seek out a fallout shelter immediately. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear explosions. Prolonged exposure to fallout will cause certain death. This message is in effect for parts of Canada as well. Do not exit your fallout shelter until an all-clear is given. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates on the situation. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the New York City area. This is an emergency situation. Please stand by for an update from the United States government. Please stand by for an update from the United States government. Please stand by for an update from the United States government. Please stand by for an update from the United States government.
Civil danger for all of Perry. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Perry Police Department. At 4:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, an explosion of unknown origin took place within both the Walmart Supercenter and the Dollar General on South Jefferson Street. It is unknown what kind of explosion has been triggered, but police are on the scene to investigate the situation. Due to the developing situation, all residents within a 2.5-mile radius of the Walmart Supercenter or the Dollar General are advised to shelter in place until further notice. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information on this developing situation.
civil authority has issued a hazardous material warning for the following counties/areas. Taylor, Florida, at 4:25 p.m. 9/22/2020 until 7:25 p.m. 9/22/2020. Message from the Taylor County Sheriff's Office. The situation involving the explosion that occurred almost 10 minutes ago has escalated. A mysterious gas has been emitted from the explosion site, causing bystanders, emergency crews and local authorities to collapse within a matter of seconds. Local hazmat crews are on their way to the scene to investigate this situation. Due to the danger this gas poses, all residents within a 10-mile radius of Perry are advised to shelter in place immediately. Lock all windows and doors, and turn off all heating and ventilation systems to prevent this gas from entering your home. This message remains in effect until further notice or until an all clear is given by local authorities.
You're listening to NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, station WWF 88, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.425 MHz. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service office located in Tallahassee, and serves the greater Taylor, Lafayette, and Dixie County areas. The local weather synopsis for
The civil authorities have issued a civil emergency message for Lafayette FL until beginning at 4:41 p.m. and ending at 8:41 p.m. WFDZ. This message is being relayed by the National Weather Service at the request of the Perry Police Department. The situation which occurred in Perry almost 30 minutes ago has escalated. When hazmat crews arrived at the location, more explosions took place surrounding the crews, causing more injuries and fatalities to occur. However, some eyewitness reports say that they saw two individuals driving away in a white BMW 2 Series cabriolet just before the explosions occurred. If you see that car, dial 911 immediately. These individuals are likely armed and very dangerous. Do not approach them for any reason and stay away from Perry until further notice. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates as they become available. The civil authorities have issued a civil emergency message for Lafayette FL until beginning at 4:41 p.m. and ending at 8:41 p.m. WFDZ. This message is being relayed by the National Weather Service at the request of the Perry Police Department. The situation which occurred in Perry almost 30 minutes ago is escalated. When hazmat crews arrived at the location,
This is a very important message issued at the request of the Perry Police Department in conjunction with the Florida State Emergency Management Agency. This message contains information which is crucial for your survival. At 4:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it has been confirmed that the explosions that took place 30 minutes ago was a coordinated operation. However, everyone that was somewhat affected by these explosions now possess characteristics unlike ever seen before. These characteristics now include both eyes glowing poisonous green, increased agility, speed, and aggression, resistance to small firearms, and everyone screaming, "This is for you, Monica." It is now believed that this is an attack by either Monica, or Sayori, or both. If an unaffected person is spotted, they begin to hurl themselves at them, no matter if it is innocent, or an authority. They then begin brutally attacking them, before killing them and then later devouring them. This is a life-threatening situation, and this should not be ignored for any reason. All residents hearing this message are advised to shelter in place immediately to protect your life and property. Lock all windows and doors, and turn off all ventilation systems. Do not respond to any knocks on doors or windows and do not make contact with anyone outside, even if it are relatives. Do not look outside, as these individuals might spot you and try to kill you. If you see Monica or say or it, dial 911 immediately with your current location. Stay tuned for more updates on this life-threatening situation.
Civil danger for all of Jacksonville. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Jacksonville Police Department in conjunction with the Duval County Emergency Management.
All of Jacksonville is in immediate danger at this time.
2 dangerous individuals confirmed to be Monica and Sayori roaming around the city of Jacksonville killing everyone in their paths.
You are listening to WSBB-FM, Atlanta's News and Talk. We are now covering on the events that have been unfolding through most of the Mideast and Eastern United States. States affected by these events now include Florida, Tennessee, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, and New York. The rest of the states have not been affected by this chain of events at this time, but God knows where both of them might go, or if they stay together or go and separate themselves for more destruction. These 2 individuals have last been reported in Jacksonville, Florida, where the emergency alert system has been knocked off the air by Monica's supernatural powers, which are now confirmed to be hacking into radio stations, and maybe other media platforms as well. I wish Jacksonville the best of luck out there, however I think there won't be much left to wish luck at when they're done with their rampaging. The Federal Emergency Management Agency has just reported that this is an event unlike ever seen before, or that which happened in American history. Sure, media platforms have been hacked before, but not on this big of a scale and not all across the eastern part of the United States. Team Salvato has just released a statement on their Twitter page. They say that they wish all authorities and emergency dealing with the situation good luck during this crisis. The FBI has stated that, due to the fact Team Salvato made the game these 2 characters originated from, they will be held as suspects. However, Dan Salvato keeps claiming that he is no part of this, and that these, what he describes to be, quote-unquote, counterparts of his game, are not made by him or any of his team. If they are not the culprits, I wish the real ones behind this will get justified to the fullest extent of the law.
James, we need to get down to the underground shelter.
What seems to be the matter, Gabby?
Well, it has just been reported that the two individuals which you just described are sighted near Atlanta.
Oh no, this is not good at all. Sirens are now beginning to go off in the area, and now our encoder is going off as well.
James, we need to go, right now.
Just a few seconds, Gabby. Alright, we will leave you with the emergency alert system, and what I can see in the scripts. Oh no, this is a catastrophic situation. Please stand by as I will now activate the emergency alert system. Please, follow all of the instructions given in the alert, as these are crucial if you want to survive this event. I hope to see you when all of this is over.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Atlanta Police Department. A civil danger now exists for all of Atlanta and the surrounding areas. At 5:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monica and Sayori were reported just southeast of the city, shooting everyone in their paths they encounter. From numerous eyewitness reports, Monica is now also able to hack into any electrical device people carry, making them combust, and letting all electricity set people on fire, horrifyingly screaming in the process while they are burning and melting into the ground. Numerous reports also stated that people have been seen hanging on tree branches in parks and forests just outside of the Atlanta area, and by coming close, mines would be exploding, making everyone in the near vicinity die instantly. Due to this situation, all residents are now asked to stay indoors until further notice. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Florida State Emergency Management. Catastrophic, if not, apocalyptic damage has been reported all across Jacksonville and surrounding areas. Emergency personnel may not be able to enter in the area due to the huge amounts of debris blocking most roadways in the area. Therefore, all remaining residents are advised to stay indoors until emergency crews are able to find you. If you have a life-threatening emergency, get a whistle if possible and use it to warn authorities. Otherwise, do not leave your place of shelter. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information as it becomes available. Zombie-like creatures on their way to the listening area. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Florida State Emergency Management. Mass reports of zombie-like creatures have been coming in since the past 2 minutes heading in the way to St. Augustine area. These creatures are originating from an explosion site near Perry, Florida that happened nearly 1.5 hours ago. These zombies possess the following characteristics: both eyes glowing poisonous green, increased agility, speed, and aggression, resistance to small firearms, and a cut in their clothing revealing a text saying, Monica, glowing green on their right arms. These zombies will brutally attack you if you have been spotted. After you've been attacked, they will kill and devour you. After 3 minutes, your body will reanimate itself to become one of these creatures, and you will then possess these same characteristics. Everyone listening to this message is advised to shelter in place immediately. Close and lock all windows and doors, turn off all ventilation systems, turn off all lights, ventilation and heating systems, and turn off all electric devices, as these creatures might get attracted. Keep a blunt object or larger firearm with you, such as rifles and hand cannons, if possible to defend yourself and your relatives. Do not try to interact with these creatures, as this will lead to certain, if not, immediate death. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates as they become available. Zombie-like creatures on their way to the listening area. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Florida State Emergency Management. Mass reports of zombie-like creatures have been coming in since the past 2 minutes heading in the way to St. Augustine area. These creatures are originating from an explosion site near Perry, Florida that happened nearly 1.5 hours ago. These zombies possess the following characteristics: both eyes glowing poisonous green, increased agility, speed, and aggression, resistance to small firearms, and a cut in their clothing revealing a text saying, Monica, glowing green on their right arms. These zombies will brutally attack you, if you have been spotted. After you've been attacked, they will kill and devour you. After 3 minutes, your body will reanimate itself to become one of these creatures, and you will then possess these same characteristics. Everyone listening to this message is advised to shelter in place immediately. Close and lock all windows and doors, turn off all ventilation systems, turn off all lights, ventilation and heating systems, and turn off all electric devices, as these creatures might get attracted. Keep a blunt object or larger firearm with you, such as rifles and hand cannons, if possible to defend yourself and your relatives. Do not try to interact with these creatures, as this will lead to certain, if not, immediate death. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates as they become available.
I don't think those zombies will be coming here now, will they?
Well, you never know what those freaks might do.
Yeah, but if they continue their line southeast, they won't cross our area, will they now?
You're right, but never be sure out what you're saying. It could be one of the last things.
No man, I don't think so. I think you're just tripping out. I know you are a bit scared of zombies, but I can assure you that if they will take the line they are currently taking, they won't get here.
Yo, what's that over there?
Over where do you mean?
Over at the train station, I see 2 girls looking around.
Oh. What in the heck was that explosion?
I don't know, but I think it's a good idea to get out of here.
Alright, I'm coming. Alright, I think we are safe here.
Excuse me, but haven't you two seen what happened?
Yes, we were just walking near Nation's Landing when we saw two girls looking around before that explosion took place.
Where did that explosion take place?
At the train station.
But if that explosion occurred there, what will happen to that train that will be passing through right now?
I don't know, but I think we don't have to worry that much. Alright, I'll take my words back. That was a huge explosion that took place at the train.
Oh no, this doesn't seem good. We better shelter in place here.
Now why would you be sheltering in place here?
No time to discuss about this, man. I'll help you get everything inside and to lock everything there is.
I hope you're 100% sure about this.
No panic, ladies and gentlemen. If you scared you and listen to me, you all stay safe. Trust me, I am a veteran police officer. Everybody calm down right now. I'll help you get through this. Everyone, calmly walk up behind the kitchen and take the stairs to the second floor.
Sir, I see those two girls rushing through the street. Oh my god, this is terrible. I better tell the authorities.
Civil danger for all of Longwood. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Longwood Police Department in conjunction with the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Everyone listening to this message is in great danger at this time. At 5:31 p.m., two explosions took place near the Longwood Railway Station in central Longwood. The second explosion involved a train carrying nuclear waste from the Turkey Point Nuclear Generating Station, and there is a huge chance that fallout may have been released into the atmosphere. Also, these two explosions have been confirmed to be triggered by Monica and Sayori. They are responsible for huge numbers in injuries and fatalities across Tennessee, Illinois, New York, Georgia, and Missouri, and the explosion of the Indian Point Energy Center located near Buchanan, New York. All residents listening to this message are advised to shelter in place. Close, lock, and barricade all doors, windows and other entrances to your home. Turn off all ventilation and heating systems, fireplace dampers, and electrical devices, as Monica has the ability to let them explode, letting everything and everyone catch fire. If fallout has been confirmed in the air, then you are advised to get into an underground shelter if you have one.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the United States government. Please stand by for a message from a representative of the President.
Good afternoon. I am a representative of the President of the United States, which is currently unavailable to speak at this time, and is being escorted to an undisclosed location. I am given the authorization to play this message over the emergency alert system, all television stations, cable systems, radio stations, and other media platforms. The situation that has started a few days ago in Missouri has, to my avail, worsened dramatically. As of 2:44 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or 5:44 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the situation has officially affected our nation horrifyingly. For the following states, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, Ohio, Michigan, and parts of South Carolina and Indiana. Due to the explosion at the Indian Point Energy Center near Buchanan, New York, which occurred without any prior warnings, deadly fallout, which will impact most of the north and northeastern United States, and will remain there for likely the next 2 weeks. All residents residing in these areas are advised to stay in your fallout shelters until an all clear is given by the proper authorities. Do not exit your shelters for any reason, as you will get exposed to this fallout, which will cause radiation sickness and death if not treated. For the following state, Florida. First, zombie-like creatures are roaming around parts of the state. Cities affected by these zombies include Jacksonville, Perry, St. Augustine, Gainesville, and Lake City. These zombies can be identified by a green glow in both eyes, increased agility, speed, and aggression, resistance to small firearms, and the word, Monica, glowing on the right arms. These zombies will brutally attack, kill, and devour your body when spotted. After 3 minutes, your body will reanimate into becoming one of these creatures yourself. To prevent infection or being killed, you are advised to shelter in place. Lock all windows, doors, and any openings to the outside. Turn off all heating and ventilation systems. Close all fireplace dampers. Turn off all lights, so that you won't attract these creatures. If possible, cover your windows with blinds or curtains, so that these creatures can't look inside of your home. Second, an explosion occurred in Longwood which caused a train filled with nuclear materials to derail in the Longwood area. Evacuations are currently underway within a 10-mile radius. If you are within 10 miles, evacuate immediately. If you cannot evacuate on your own, dial 911 immediately. Emergency personnel will take you to a local shelter. For the following state, Georgia. Mass reports of exploding devices have been received by several police departments in areas such as Atlanta, Augusta, Savannah, Macon, Athens, Warner Robins. This is being caused by an electrical frequency which lets the device melt, and then combust, mostly while people are not realizing it. Affected residents then begin to spark into flames from electrocution, horrifyingly screaming as they are burning and melting to the ground, dying in a disturbing manner. To prevent electrocution or death, residents in Georgia are advised to stay indoors and to lock all entrances into your home. Turn off all electrical devices to prevent any chance of electrocution or death. Last, for every state, including Alaska and Hawaii. The cause of this mass casualty situation has been identified. This great nation is being attacked by what is confirmed to be game characters. I am not joking, we are being attacked by 2 game characters, originating from the 2017 visual novel game Doki Doki Literature Club. The next spokesperson will explain everything about these 2 characters and their capabilities. For now, I would like to wish all remaining residents good luck. America will come back stronger than ever, and we will beat these fictional outsiders. God bless you all, and God bless America. I will now sign off. Please stand by for a message from the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Christopher Ray, the Director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Please stand by for the following message, as it contains information about the two just announced characters that are currently attacking our nation. The first of the two characters I will be discussing is Sayori. Sayori is confirmed to be the second, less destructive of the two, but that doesn't mean you should underestimate her. She is capable of killing people silently by means of knocking them out by whatever method she pleases, and then hanging the person off of numerous surfaces. These include tree branches, light posts, or railings of apartment buildings. If you encounter this individual, run away as silent and fast as you can, and get inside the nearest shelter. Then, try to lock all entrances to your shelter, and dial 911. She also possesses the ability to teleport, which gives her the ability to chase after people faster than anyone can go. If you encounter her, and have nowhere to run to, try and negotiate with her, even if it is the most ridiculous of requests. This way, you will stay alive. The second, and most destructive, and deadly of the two is Monica. Monica is confirmed to be in the possession of supernatural abilities unlike ever seen before. When her left eye is seen glowing, it gives her the power to hack into whatever electrical device she pleases, including cell phones, radios, TVs, transmitters, radio towers, and more. She also has the ability to let electrical devices melt and explode, which leads to a fire to erupt within the immediate vicinity. If this fire is caught up to a living organism, no matter if it is a human or an animal, they will burst into flames, with some of them horrifyingly screaming and screeching as their death approaches, and are melting to the ground. She is also responsible for the zombie situation in Florida. This is by means of what are believed to be smoke grenades. However, this smoke is unlike any other. This smoke has some sort of gas that is released upon impact with any kind of surface, which lets nearby persons fall unconscious. After a few minutes, the affected persons start reawakening, and then start to possess characteristics which were described earlier. These include both of their eyes glowing green, increased agility, speed, and aggression, resistance to small firearms such as pistols or revolvers, and a symbol which resembles the word, Monica, on their right arms. These zombies then attack, kill and devour you when spotted. After 3 minutes, you will become one yourself. There is no cure for the zombie-like state as of yet, but the Centers for Disease Control are currently trying to develop a cure for this virus. If you encounter this individual, run away as fast as you can, and get inside of the nearest buildings. There, dispose yourself of all electrical devices, and shut them off, to prevent electrocution or death as a result. These individuals have last been spotted near Castleberry terrorizing residents. The FBI, FEMA, and local police departments are doing everything in their might to try and eradicate this threat. I cannot tell you how long this will take, but of course we are trying to get rid of them as quickly as possible. Last, I would like to advise all residents to stay off the telephone lines, and to only call 911 when you are in a life-threatening emergency. This is in effect for the states of Florida and Georgia. An emergency alert will be sent out with more information regarding this information shortly. Thank you for listening to my message. With this information, I hope I informed you well enough. For any questions, dial your local police department, or call the FBI. One of my employees will happily oblige to help you with whatever question you are having. That was a message from the United States government. Thank you for listening to this alert. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information on this developing situation. Radiological hazard warning. The following is a radiological hazard warning. This is not a drill. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Florida State Emergency Management. The derailed train, which was located in Longwood, has exploded due to an electrical explosion inside of the train. It has now been confirmed that nuclear fallout has been released into the atmosphere. Therefore, all residents within Florida, southern Georgia, and southeastern Alabama are advised to seek out a fallout shelter immediately. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear disasters. Prolonged exposure to fallout will cause certain death. Do not exit your fallout shelter until an all clear is given by civil authorities. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information as it becomes available.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the La Prisa Fire Department. A wildfire has just occurred at the Sweetwater Summit Regional Park just 2 miles south of La Prisa. It is unknown at this time what the cause of this fire is, but firefighters are on the way to fight the blaze. All residents within the nearby vicinity are advised to stay away from the Sweetwater Summit Regional Park until further notice. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates on this situation.
civil danger for your local area. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the San Diego Emergency Management. Numerous large, uncontrollable wildfires are threatening San Diego and nearby communities. However, these fires are much more dangerous than normal fires. These fires are much hotter than normal fires, and temperatures have been reported as high as 2000 degrees Celsius. Given the characteristics of these fires, it is believed that these fires are not caused by a natural phenomenon. All residents listening to this message are advised to leave the area immediately. Take Interstate 5, 15, or 805 going northbound to leave the area. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates on this situation.
Estás escuchando XBG Cadena Noticias. Actualmente estamos informando sobre los enormes incendios forestales que ocurren alrededor de San Diego y las comunidades circundantes. La causa de estos incendios probablemente no sea un fenómeno natural, sino algo que no puedo describir. Tendremos que esperar más información de las autoridades locales.
The civil authorities have issued a civil emergency message for San Diego, CA, beginning at 3:36 p.m. and ending at 7:36 p.m. KHTS. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the San Diego County Emergency Management. The cause of the fires that originated in San Diego has been identified. The cause of these fires has been confirmed to be exploding electrical devices, such as cell phones and Bluetooth speakers. Due to these explosions, the nature surrounding them caused to burst into flames which spread out into large wildfires. However, numerous eyewitness reports indicated to have seen a mysterious individual shrouded in some sort of green glow just before the fires occurred. These fires are not under control at this time, so all residents are advised to not return home as of yet until otherwise told by the proper authorities.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Los Angeles County Emergency Management. The city of Los Angeles is currently under attack from an enemy that is far stronger than us. This broadcast will now quiet down for your safety. Please carry out the following instructions which can increase your chance of survival.
The civil authority has issued a civil danger warning for the following counties/areas: Canyon, Idaho, Gem, Idaho, and Payette, Idaho, at 5:12 p.m. 9/22/2020 until 8:12 p.m. 9/22/2020. Message from the Idaho Emergency Management. A dangerous situation is currently taking place near the town of Eagle. Numerous explosions and fires have been reported in the town of Eagle. The origin of these explosions has been confirmed to be caused by exploding electrical devices, sparking a fire within the immediate vicinity, leaving everything to be burning within seconds. Numerous reports came in that if the electrical device was carried with the person in question would spark into flames, horrifyingly screaming in the process of being burned alive and melting into the ground. However, numerous reports also stated that this situation is being caused by a female individual wearing a white shirt with blue trousers and black sneakers. It is unknown at this time who this individual is, but all residents listening to this message are advised to get indoors immediately. Lock all entrances to your home and turn off all electrical devices to prevent injury or possibly death.
You are listening to KEYSAM ESPN 1440, serving the Corpus Christi area. We are live covering on local news for the Corpus Christi area. A car drove into the bay near Ingleside on the bay after a police chase. The suspects, two Mexican males, were trying to get into the American border by stealing a car from a resident in Sinton, who reported the theft around 30 minutes ago. The police immediately got on the scene, and were chasing the two individuals down toward the bay, where they lost control of the vehicle and drove straight into the bay. Corpus Christi police officers later apprehended the two suspects and transported them to a local jail. The Corpus Christi police will donate money to the owner of the stolen car in order to buy a new car. This was one of the many hectic stories going on around the United States, where we will be coming on to after this song.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Corpus Christi Police Department. Around 10 minutes ago, a stolen car drove into the Corpus Christi Bay from the town of Ingleside on the Bay. Please remember that North Sandpiper and Woodhaven Drive in Ingleside on the Bay are closed in both directions, and you are not allowed to enter or leave this area. Residents near this area will be redirected by local authorities. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates as they become available.
That was a civil emergency message from the Corpus Christi Police Department. As I am currently looking out over the area, I can see some police officers walking around the area doing some researching, and more officers redirecting local traffic. Now back onto what I was talking about before the alert. As it seems, the rampaging of Monica and Sayori is far from over, as the latest reports of devastation came in from Bemidji, Minnesota, and Eagle, Idaho. The state of Texas and surrounding states, except for Arkansas, have been spared from this event as of now, but who knows where these two might go next. We have gotten a caller from Corpus Christi who wants to share a story about this event. Corpus Christi, you're on the air.
Well, my mother's father is living near Caldwell, Idaho, which is 17 miles away from Eagle, and he saw smoke coming from that area. He was and still is pretty scared of getting affected by this event, but I just heard from my mom that he is being protected by local authorities and that everything will be under control. I wish the United States government and all affected parties good luck in getting rid of this threat, and for everyone in affected states, stay safe out there.
You are listening to NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, station WXK-34 broadcasting on a frequency of 162,400 MHz. Broadcasting originates from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in Corpus Christi, and serves Victoria and surrounding areas 24 hours a day. Now here is the hazardous weather outlook from Tuesday to Monday. Today, partly sunny, highs in the lower 70s, southwest winds of 10 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 15%. Tonight, mostly clear, lows in the The following message is being transmitted at the request of local authorities. Numerous reports have been made by local residents about a pile of gruesomely murdered civilians being found in a pile in Pine Street Community Park. It is unknown at this time who the suspect of these murders are, but all residents of Victoria are advised to shelter in place to ensure your safety, as the suspect is still on the loose. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information as it becomes available. The following message is being transmitted at the request of local authorities. Numerous reports have been made by local residents about a pile of gruesomely murdered civilians being found in a pile in Pine Street Community Park. It is unknown at this time who the suspect of these murders are, but all residents of Victoria are advised to shelter in place to ensure your safety, as the suspect is still on the loose. Stay tuned to local media outlets.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Greenville Police Department. At 8:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Greenville Police Department has arrested numerous individuals which were in possession of smoke grenades, presumed to be the same grenades used in the zombie attacks in Florida earlier this afternoon. All of the individuals have been taken into custody and will be questioned to where the source of these smoke grenades is. Residents listening to this message are advised to stay vigilant and report any strange situations to local authorities.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Detroit Police Department.
Numerous reports of individuals seen hanging on numerous trees in the Detroit area have been received by the public and the Detroit police. It is unknown if this is a mass suicide action, or that this is a part of a group of suspects, but residents are advised to stay vigilant during this situation, and to report any hanging civilians to your local police, if there are more. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates as they become available.
You are listening to NOAA Weather Radio All Hazards, station WXK34 broadcasting on a frequency of 162,400 MHz. Broadcasting originates from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in Corpus Christi, and serves Victoria and surrounding areas 24 hours a day. Now here is the hazardous weather outlook from Tuesday to Monday. Today, partly sunny, highs in the lower 70s, southwest winds of 10 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 15%. Tonight, mostly clear, lows in the lower 40s, southeast winds of 15 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 10%. The following message is being transmitted at the request of local authorities. Numerous reports have been made by local residents about a pile of gruesomely murdered civilians being found in a pile in Pine Street Community Park. It is unknown at this time who the suspect of these murders are, but all residents of Victoria are advised to shelter in place to ensure your safety, as the An administrative message issued by the United States government. One of the individuals, confirmed to be Monica, that ravaged through the United States today has been confirmed to be gone from the United States, as there have been no reports of her within the last 20 minutes. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates on this situation. An administrative message issued by the United States government. One of the individuals, confirmed to be Monica, that ravaged through the United States today has been confirmed to be gone from the United States, as there have been no reports of her within the last 20 minutes. Stay tuned.
This is an emergency action notification, requested by the White House. All EAS participants will follow activation procedures in the EAS Operating Handbook for a national-level emergency. The President of the United States or one of his representatives will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by.
We interrupt your programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. An attack is currently occurring against the United States. At 8:57 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or 5:57 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, North American Aerospace Defense Command has detected the launch of over 150 intercontinental ballistic missiles from Russia and North Korea headed toward the countries of Canada, Mexico, and the United States. An additional 300 missiles have been launched to other parts of the world, such as Australia and European countries. Cities that will be impacted in the United States include New York City, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Philadelphia, Phoenix, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Dallas, San Diego, Las Vegas, Miami, San Antonio, Atlanta, Raleigh, Houston, Portland, Columbus, Cleveland, Topeka, Indianapolis, New Orleans, Minneapolis, Detroit, and many more. Everyone in the mainland United States, no matter where you are, seek a fallout shelter immediately. Fallout is a byproduct of nuclear attacks. Prolonged exposure to fallout will cause radioactive poisoning and eventually death. This is a life-threatening emergency, and this should not be ignored. A global nuclear war may be imminent. Take non-perishable food and water for 14 days, clothing for 14 days, medical supplies, a first aid kit, a radio battery-powered radio with extra batteries, a flashlight, and a charged cell phone with you in your fallout shelter. Do not exit your fallout shelter for any reason. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates on this life-threatening situation. We interrupt your programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. This is an update on the emergency action notification issued at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 9:16 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The governments of Russia and North Korea have confirmed that the nuclear attack currently ongoing are not the actions from their own leaders. In fact, this is an attack carried out by Monaco, as this has been confirmed by both the FBI and the Russian and North Korean governments. These two countries have fallen under the might of the Monaco event within the matter of a few minutes, and are now currently being attacked. However, the 150 intercontinental ballistic missiles are still headed for the United States. The United States Armed Forces have initiated a retaliation plan in order to shoot these missiles out of the air to limit the damage. Residents are still advised to stay inside of a fallout shelter should this plan fail. This message will repeat in 1 minute. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. This is an update on the emergency action notification issued at 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 9:16 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The governments of Russia and North Korea have confirmed that the nuclear attack currently ongoing are not the actions from their own leaders. In fact, this is an attack carried out by Monaco, as this has been confirmed by both the FBI and the Russian and North Korean governments. These two countries have fallen under the might of the Monaco event within the matter of a few minutes, and are now currently being attacked. However, the 150 intercontinental ballistic missiles are still headed for the United States. The United States Armed Forces have initiated a retaliation plan in order to shoot these missiles out of the air to limit the damage. Residents are still advised to stay inside of a fallout shelter should this plan fail. This message will repeat in 1 minute. Emergency update, emergency update. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. The retaliation strike against the oncoming ballistic missiles has failed due to interference from an outside party. Head into your fallout shelters immediately, as the missiles will impact within the next minute. Take cover now. If you cannot find cover within 1 minute, your death is imminent. The effects of fallout will begin 1 minute after impact. Take cover now. I repeat, take cover now. Emergency update, emergency update. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. The retaliation strike against the oncoming ballistic missiles has failed due to interference from an outside party. Head into your fallout shelters immediately, as the missiles will impact within the next minute. Take cover now. If you cannot find cover within 1 minute, your death is imminent. The effects of fallout will begin 1 minute after impact. Take cover now. I repeat, take cover now. Emergency update, emergency update. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. The retaliation strike against the oncoming ballistic missiles has failed due to interference from an outside party. Head into your fallout shelters immediately, as the missiles will impact within the next minute. Take cover now. If you cannot find cover within 1 minute, your death is imminent. The effects of fallout will begin 1 minute after impact. Take cover now. I repeat, take cover now. Emergency update, emergency update. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. The retaliation strike against the oncoming ballistic missiles has failed due to interference from an outside party. Head into your fallout shelters immediately, as the missiles will impact within the next minute. Take cover now. If you cannot find cover within 1 minute, your death is imminent. All clear. The missiles that impacted the United States were no intercontinental ballistic missiles, but were smaller explosive devices placed in a coordinated attack. Although there is no danger of radioactive fallout, there is still moderate damage to some areas. All residents can now leave their shelters, but are advised to stay away from damaged areas. Large fire ongoing in Indianapolis. Immediate evacuation order for Indianapolis and surrounding vicinity. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Indianapolis Police Department. A gas line explosion has just occurred within downtown Indianapolis. This has caused a large fire to erupt, which is rapidly spreading across the city. All residents of Indianapolis and surrounding communities are advised to evacuate immediately. Follow evacuation routes set up by Indiana State Police for shelters. Take food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and a battery-powered radio during your evacuation route. Shelter locations will be transmitted over local radio stations when shelters are available. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates as they are being received.
Man oh man, this is a terrible situation. Oh, are we still on the air? Yes? Well then, you are listening to WICR 88.7 FM. We are now covering on this large fire currently spreading throughout Indianapolis. Within the moment it exploded until now, numerous buildings are burned to the ground. A giant plume of smoke can now be seen above the city as firefighters are attempting to extinguish this large fire. However, it is hard to contain due to the fact that some of these fires are really high into some buildings where they cannot reach with normal fire trucks, so they will have to wait until larger units arrive. I see a lot of traffic on Interstate 70 trapped in a traffic jam like mouses in a mouse trap. Oh, and would you look at that? An emergency alert is coming over the wire. Please stand by as I will now activate the emergency alert system for a civil emergency message.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the County Emergency Management of Hancock, Johnson, Marion, and Shelby. Shelters have just been opened in the following locations: Shelbyville, Franklin, Greenwood, Greenfield, Bargersville, Providence, Trafalgar, and Whiteland. Residents who have evacuated out of Indianapolis and surrounding areas should head to these locations for shelter. Shelter information can be achieved from local authorities in the mentioned areas. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates as they become available.
Alright, if you're just tuning in, we've got news that shelters have been opened in major populated areas in Hancock, Johnson, Marion, and Shelby counties. If you're evacuating, go to these areas for shelter. Now I'm wondering, however, what game we are playing here. If you don't know what I mean, just listen at what I'm about to tell. We just had an emergency action notification telling that we would be attacked, but suddenly these missiles, they kind of transformed into a smaller non-nuclear explosion. This happened across all of the affected cities. I mean, we are really lucky that it wasn't a nuclear attack. Now it is confirmed by the FBI that this is all a plan of Monica. Is she just playing with us? It could very well be. We'll come back on this situation as soon as we have more information.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of Contra Costa Health Services. There is an emergency at the Chevron refinery. Residents within Richmond and surrounding areas are advised to shelter in place. Go inside, lock all windows and doors,
and turn off all heating and ventilation systems. People with respiratory problems should not go outside for any reason, as there are hazardous gases being emitted from the fire. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more updates as they become available.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Reno Police Department. There is an ongoing emergency at the Reno-Tahoe International Airport. More information will be given on the Reno Community Access Channel, such as instructions, and more information on the situation. Repeating, there is an ongoing emergency at the Reno-Tahoe International Airport. More information will be given on the Reno Community Access Channel.
Are we on the air? Alright. I would like to welcome all of you to the Reno Community Access Channel. You have most likely been redirected following the alert that was sent out just a minute ago. Now to explain what is going on. There have been numerous confirmed reports of a plane crashing just outside of the city of Reno, causing a large fire to erupt. However, this fire wasn't a normal fire. It has been confirmed that this fire is now glowing green? Did I see that correctly? Well, this situation just got very weird within the blink of an eye. Firefighters are on the way to extinguish this weird-looking fire. Wait a second, now the fire is glowing a different color. Blue? Yes, it is blue now. Who is messing with these fires? Wait a minute. I have just received word that an emergency alert is about to be relayed for Reno and the surrounding areas. Please stand by, as I will now activate the emergency alert system for a civil emergency message.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Washoe County Emergency Management in conjunction with the Verde-Mogo Police Department. At around 7:55 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, a Boeing 747 airplane which was headed for the Reno-Tahoe International Airport has crashed near Verde Peak, which is located 13 miles west of Reno and 2 miles away from the California-Nevada state border. This crash caused a large fire to erupt. However, this fire has been confirmed to be able to what is being described as color shifting, as the fire has been reported to have been green, and, as of yet, now being blue. Also, numerous reports came in from Verde-Mogo to have seen a mysterious individual hovering above the fire. This individual is reported to resemble a white female wearing a pink shirt with blue shorts and brown shoes. It is unknown if this individual has to do anything with the situation at this time. But the Washoe County Emergency Management in conjunction with the Verde-Mogo Police Department are handling this event due to the threat of a wildfire occurring due to this situation. All residents are advised to stay tuned to the Reno Community Access Channel or other media sources for the latest information and instructions on what to do next.
That was a civil emergency message for Washoe County. For everyone that is tuning in, a plane has crashed near Verde Peak causing a fire in the immediate vicinity. However, this fire has been color shifting ever since reports came in that this fire is now glowing blue instead of a normal mix between red and orange. There have also been reports from Verde-Mogo that a mysterious individual has been reported near the crash. It is unknown who this individual is, or if this individual has anything to do with this fire. Wait a second. We are receiving some new information from the Washoe County Emergency Management. This plane is confirmed to be a Boeing 747 which was on the way to the Reno-Tahoe International Airport from Tokyo, Japan. Man, I don't think anyone has survived this crash. As I am seeing from the El Dorado Resort Casino, there are more emergency responders on the way. Wait a second, that individual which I just described suddenly disappeared. Oh, and now she is north of the city. I don't know what this individual's intentions are, but this is surely a very weird situation here. Wait, what is that thing flying there? Is it some sort of comet? Ladies and gentlemen, this looks like some sort of burning blue orb which is heading directly for the city. Oh shoot, now sirens are going off. This thing is headed directly for the city of Reno. Everyone listening to this station, shelter in place immediately. I repeat, shelter in place.
Shelter-in-place warning for the city of Reno until further notice. The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Washoe County Emergency Management. A flaming blue orb is heading for the city of Reno at this time. Due to the uncertainty of what the effects of this orb might be, all residents within the listening area are advised to shelter in place immediately. Lock all windows and doors, and turn off all ventilation systems. Once this orb has impacted the city of Reno, you were advised to not leave your place of shelter right away, as, once again, it is very uncertain what this object might do and if it is harmful to any living organism. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information as it becomes available. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Reno area.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Carson City Emergency Management. A very dangerous event is currently ongoing within the city of Carson City. At 8:38 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, numerous confirmed reports came in from the town of Indian Hills about seeing a mysterious individual going toward the city of Carson City. After speculations and undergoing sighting reports, the Carson City Emergency Management has confirmed that the individual is, in fact, Monica, one of the two individuals that have been ravaging through the United States for the past 24 hours, causing huge damage to life and property throughout all of the United States. However, a very dark and unfortunate discovery has been made by the United States government, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and Team Salvato. Monica has now upgraded her hacking ability, and is now able to use any supernatural ability she pleases, and she can also share this newfound power with anyone else she chooses. This is most likely the situation that happened with Sayori in Reno, located around 25 miles north of Carson City, after she fired a blue flaming orb that directly impacted the metro area. All residents listening to this message are advised to do the following. Get inside and lock all doors, windows, and other entrances to your home. Take as much food, water, clothing and medical supplies into your shelter, as well as a battery-powered radio with extra batteries, a flashlight, and a charged cell phone in case the power goes out. This is a particularly dangerous situation, and this should be taken very seriously. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information on this dangerous situation.
You are currently listening to KPCW-FM 88.3, serving the Salt Lake City area. The United States government has just released a chilling statement about the new discovery which has been realized around an hour ago in Carson City, Nevada. The two individuals which have been causing apocalyptic damage throughout all of the United States are now able to possess any powers they are willing to use, as Monica's hacking ability has been upgraded. Due to this, the United States government thinks that there is a slim chance that this may be the downfall of what once was a great nation, but they are doing everything they can to eliminate her in any way possible. However, it has already been realized that she is able to withstand most firearms, can let any electrical device explode, and now, with her newfound powers, can do anything she wants. Wait a second, have the levels of the Jordan River always been so high, or? Now this is something I just witnessed, but can anyone check?
I see what you mean, Allison. I mean, it has been higher than normal since the rain bends of 3 days ago, but this is abnormally high.
That's exactly what I am saying, James.
It hasn't rained that much now, was it? Wait, why are the sirens going off?
I don't know, is it because of the rising waters?
Can you check if the encoder keeps anything?
I'll check right away. Yep, this is a
What is a word, Allison? A what?
This has wording that I have never seen in my life before.
Oh my god, then it must mean that this is gonna be a catastrophic situation.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand by for this civil danger warning.
The following message is being transmitted at the request of the Salt Lake County Emergency Management. This message applies to everyone within a 25-mile radius of Salt Lake City. At 10:24 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, the water level in the Jordan River began to rise drastically. Life-threatening flash flooding is imminent. However, this flood is expected to be higher than any normal flood stage there has ever been, most likely prompting a small tsunami in the process. All residents listening to this message, do not delay, evacuate immediately away from Salt Lake City. This is for your own safety. This is a very dangerous situation, and this should not be ignored under any circumstances. Repeating, due to rising waters in the Jordan River, and the risk of huge flooding, everyone within a 25-mile radius should evacuate immediately. Do not delay, evacuate now.
Event type is civil danger. For all of Alberta, an unknown individual is causing mass havoc within the city of Edmonton. This situation might spread to other areas within the province of Alberta. Residents are advised to stay indoors until more information is given by authorities.
Civil danger for all of the northwestern United States. This is a life or death situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Oregon State Emergency Management. At 10:29 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, confirmed reports came in from as far north as Vancouver, as far east as Spokane, and as far south as Portland, that Mount Rainier has violently exploded after an eruption was triggered by an unknown phenomenon. However, reports have stated to have seen an individual shrouded in a blue aura. This individual was reported to be a white female standing at 5 feet 2 inches tall, with pink hair and blue glowing eyes. She was last seen wearing a red bow on the left side of her head, a blue sparkly dress, blue shorts and cyan, glowing heels. This individual is believed to be some sort of transformation from Sayori, which is responsible for huge damage to numerous areas all across the United States. These states include Florida, Georgia, Nevada, Iowa, Tennessee, New York, Utah, and an isolated report in Michigan. All residents within a 150-mile radius of Mount Rainier are asked to shelter in place. If you are willing to evacuate, you can do so on your own discretion. Police will guide people outdoors to shelters, being set up by FEMA at this time. Stay tuned to local media outlets for more information on this life-threatening situation.
the civil authority has issued an administrative message for the following counties/areas. Shawnee, at 12:34 a.m. 9/23/2020 effective until 4:34 a.m. 9/23/2020. Message from the Shawnee County Police. A group of mysterious individuals was spotted just outside of the city of Topeka. When people tried to communicate with these individuals, they would split up into numerous directions and run away suspiciously. Residents are advised to stay tuned to local media outlets for more information when it gets received.
You are currently listening to KDBZ, transmitting from Topeka, Kansas. We have just received word of a mysterious group of people that have been roaming around the city of Topeka, avoiding any contacts with other nearby people. In fact, these people were seen running away if contact was provoked with them, making local police believe that this group of people might be of suspicious intent. I have just received more info from my producer here, and more information has come in about this group. We have an emergency alert coming over the wire here. Please stand by as we will now activate the emergency.
An administrative message from the United States Department of Defense in conjunction with the United States government. The two individuals, known as Venica and Sari, have been seen disappearing about Portland, Oregon and Edmonton, Alberta respectively, with no other attacks being reported within the United States. It is being presumed that they have left the United States entirely. However, massive damage has been reported across the mainland United States. Residents in affected areas can now leave their shelters. Residents in affected areas are asked to stay in their shelters until emergency personnel will lead you to a local shelter.
I can't believe what I heard. Did these two demons finally leave us alone? I say we hold a massive party. Come down to downtown Topeka if you want to party with us. This is KDBZ, signing off temporarily. We hope to be back with you after this broadcast.